this is Francis from Narf Sounds and the Kronos Enthusiast Workshops. What I'll be doing today is recording what I just performed into sequencer mode. So I'd like to refer to this as struck by inspiration method when recording. So I'm here in program mode. I've got Herbie's Butterfly EP. I've chosen a different drum track. So typically you're playing and just jamming on your own, and you come up with a nice idea, and you want to capture that and record that into sequencer. So all you have to do is press enter and record. And from program mode, you go OK. Setup to record is what shows up on screen. When you go OK, you get transferred from program mode to sequencer mode. The great thing about doing it this way is it actually imports all your settings and your sounds into sequencer mode. Also arms your metronome and your recorder. It's ready to go. All you need to do is press start, and it'll give you a 2-bar count-in. So we'll do that. Okay, so I did 8 bars right there, and if I play back, there it is. So after I pressed enter and record, this is what my screen looked like. I have the electric piano on track 1, and I've got the drum kit on track 10, and that's because the settings in the program is set up that way. Now if you look up here, you've got multi-record ticked. So if you want to add tracks to this, so I already have my electric piano and drums, and I want to add bass, first thing I have to do is remove this one, multi-record, because I now just want to record one track at a time. Next thing I'm going to do now is get a bass sound, and I do that by going back to program mode. And this process is very similar to creating combis, where you go to program mode and select your sound. Okay, so here it is, Stein bass. And I'm going to go back to sequencer and go to the drop down and copy from program. So as I copy from program, so it's program Stein bass, it gives me the option of importing the effects that are used, the master effects and the total effects. And this time I'm going to untick or unselect master effects and total effects, and I want that to go to track 2. So I go OK. And there we have it. Stein bass is now on track 2. And when I did that, it also automatically selected track 2 as the active track. So right here we have the active track. That's the track that will be recorded when you press record. Now before I go ahead and start recording, I'm going to go to preference and change the recording setup to overdub. Okay. And also I'm going to do a bass line, so I want it to quantize as I play it. So in this case, I'm going to go and put that to a 16th note. So it's going to correct my timing mistakes if it's not played very well. Okay, so I'll start recording my bass line. So to record my bass line, I press record and then start stop, and it'll give me a 2-bar count in, and then I can go ahead and start playing. If you make a mistake, you can always press compare, and that takes you a step behind. So it's a 1-step undo. So compare. I'll do that again. Now I'd like to record a simple strings part. I just want it to pulse along with the beat. So first thing I'm going to do is get the string part for track 3. So I'm going to go to program mode and choose strings. And I want Arco string. Now that I've chosen that, I'm going to go back to sequencer. Drop down menu, copy from program, and IFX all used, but I'm not going to import Master Effects Total Effects Karma and drum track, and I want to put that to track 3. Track 3 selected, okay. And now my active track is track 3. Now sometimes when you do this, when you do the quick record method, the drum track all of a sudden turns on again. So make sure that that is off. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the record resolution up here. I'm going to put it as an 1/8 note. I just want a pulsing beat. I just want my string to do that. Okay, so I think I'm ready. I'm going to press record and then start. So I play the strings for only one measure, and what I'm going to do is have that repeat 8 times so that it does all the 8 measures. And to do that, I go to track edit, which is here, and drop down menu, and there's a command called repeat measure. And I only played it for one measure, measure 1. So from measure 1 to the end of measure 1, and I want that to repeat 8 times. And OK. So now when I play that, instead of just playing once, it'll play 8 times. You're listening out for the strings. Now I'm just going to do a few adjustments with volume. So I'm going to turn down that strings part and have one more quick listen. And say if I'm happy with that, I can go ahead and rename that song. So I'll call it Groove Demo. Okay, the thing with songs is it lives in RAM. This song, if I turn off the keyboard, will disappear from my Kronos. So remember, anything recorded in a sequencer has to be recorded in disk mode. And to do that, we go to disk, and we go to the Save tab, and we press Save, and we go Save Sequence. And you can name it something else as well. So we'll just go Groove Demo. And OK. And now there's a new song file, a new SNG file. Now, if I want to play this back again after turning off the keyboard, after turning off the Kronos, I can select this file and go to the Load tab and just load. And load selected, and we're going to clear the sequencer when we load it. And there it is, Groove Demo. So that was recording a song from program mode using the quick record method, or what I'd like to call struck by inspiration method. So I'll get into more detail in the next few videos. This has been Francis from narvsounds.com. Please go ahead and visit my site if you're interested in some sounds for your Korg Kronos. And also join us in the Kronos Enthusiast workshops if you own a Kronos and would like to have some resources, tips, and tricks. And join in the forums and discussions. Thanks very much.